Be honest. Does your life feel out of balance? And I mean really out of balance, to the point where you find yourself experiencing extreme inner turmoil. Maybe you feel stuck, completely off, or even numb, as if life doesn't align as it should anymore. If this resonates, you might be facing the dark night of the soul. If you're struggling, feeling disconnected, even powerless, but can't figure out what to do about it, by the end of this video, you will. I've been through the dark night of the soul myself and have successfully guided many clients through it as well. It requires trust, a lot of trust, and a lot of patience, but you'll get there, promised. And please know, it's always darkest before dawn. Watch this video to learn how to navigate this intense yet extremely transformative phase of your life. Now, if you're open to practical mindset work infused with down-to-earth spiritual wisdom, then subscribe to my channel for one of the best personal development advice out there. Also hit the notification bell to, well, get notified every time I upload a new video, which happens once a month. Since you desire to experience inner peace and want to reconnect with yourself in a much deeper way than you have ever before, and yes, grab a cup of tea, pour yourself a glass of kombucha, and take a few minutes to watch this video. Because we will explore the impact of the dark night of the soul on your life, discover the value gained from this transformative phase, and talk about the mind-body connection to get you unstuck within 6 weeks or less. Oh, and please know you can share your aha moments at any time in the comment section below. And second, if you're ready to receive one-on-one guidance on your journey, you can always book a free discovery call with me. The link is below, and please be aware, it would be a true honor to support you in your process. So in case you're wondering, my name is Melinda. I provide yoga-inspired coaching for your authentic self-empowerment. And I know every time we talk about yoga, most people imagine twisted body postures, but yoga is so much more. What we will do, if you ever choose to work one-on-one with me, is that I guide you into altered states of consciousness so that you can tap into the energetic realms and into your subconscious and dig deep and get to the root cause of the whole drama you're in. We use holistic self-care tools and practices that support you on your journey. So if you're up to metaphysical stuff, then this type of self-development might be just right for you. Now, what is this dark night of the soul? It means that you're in a significant psychological crisis, often triggered by outside stressors, such as separation, loss, or conflict, that is leading to a heightened sense of overwhelm. And yes, you might have managed to suppress it for a while, but it's bubbling up, demanding your attention now. The dark night of the soul is viewed as a challenging yet transformative phase of introspection where you undergo a serious examination of your values, your beliefs, and your identity. It's an ego death, and that's why it's so painful. It's a time of spiritual desolation, feelings of emptiness, and a feeling of being separated from your own self and the divine. And this experience may involve a sense of existential crisis, loss of meaning, and a questioning of your own purpose. So if this resonates, please like this video, because only when people like the video, it will be shown to other people. Thank you. Now, the dark night of the soul is not a setback. It's a golden opportunity. What you will find after the dark night of the soul is you. A more authentic version of yourself in such a greater place of fulfillment. Yes, it's a painful rebirthing process. I admit, I've been through it, I acknowledge. And you don't know how long it's gonna be if you're not actively working on it, but you will get through it. The intensity of the pain is also a reflection of the value that you'll gain from it, which will be in the form of courage, strength, wisdom, and inner power, authenticity. All of that you will reclaim as a part of this experience. So there is tremendous worth gained from this difficult phase. It's an alchemical process where you transform wounds and victimhood into self-mastery and empowerment. You take responsibility for the direction of your life, for your desires, for who you want to be, how you want to show up. You stop lying to yourself. You shed a skin. Things that are outdated, you dare to let them go, because it is time to let a new version of yourself emerge out of this alchemical process. Right? You're the magician, you're the high priestess. So instead of holding on to an old identity, you're allowed to turn the page. All right? It's like an emancipation, a magical emancipation. So this whole process will enlighten the meaning of your life, the next chapter of your life, your soul's path, your purpose. It will show you what you're most aligned with and who you're actually compatible with and who is actually compatible with you. So are you ready to awaken from your slumber? Because you don't have to go through this alone. Support is available everywhere. Life is sending you signs. Life is sending you people. Life is sending you opportunities. But because you are so self-centered, so focused on your pain and on your numbness and on, it's making you blind. You don't feel connected to the divine, so you don't even see the doors that are trying to open for you. And I had to learn that for myself. And in some moments I still do, right? I understand that it's not easy to say, I think I might need help. I think I could use advice here. Recognizing that seeking help is an act of strength and not weakness is a crucial first step out of the darkness. So you need to be willing to process your emotions, accept where you are, and build from there. Stop avoiding your current state. Instead, I'd advise you to go deep to an unusual extent. Now, before I give you 5 tips on how to get out of the dark night of the soul, I'd like to share a video I made on how to break undesirable patterns. If you're tired of feeling stuck and sabotaging your own growth, then this video might just be right for you. Now, let's focus on the spiritual crisis you might be in right now. The worst you can do is look away. Resist the temptation to ignore, to cover up, to numb your feelings with distractions like partying, excessive dating, workaholism, endless social media scrolling, Netflix, or drugs of any kind. It's only through acknowledgement and processing that your path to healing and personal growth can truly begin. And even if you have addressed your emotional wounds mentally, energetically, they might still be lingering in your body and therefore be triggered. Which is why I offer people to explore the mind-body connection to get unstuck within 6 weeks or less. Now let me share a personal story with you. It's a quick one. Now I'm a 5th-fold Scorpio, which means the intensity of my feelings is extreme. I can get lost in them. So luckily for me, I have an aqua moon which gets me out of the water into the air, so more mental energy. But it allows me to dissociate from those intense feelings. Instead of experiencing them, I analyze them. It's a protection mechanism, but it's a blessing and a curse because I'm always in my head instead of feeling those emotions, instead of being in my body. So I had to learn over the years to allow myself to feel the feelings and to lose control. I was always in my head to the point where I had to realize, oh, there's a body attached to it. Let me explore it. This is how I learned about embodiment. It felt like coming home. After years of searching, I finally found myself through the practice of embodiment. And that's precisely why I'm such an advocate for those methods today. Now you might wonder, what is embodiment? So in 3 concise points, by the way, hit the like button if you already learned something or appreciate what was shared so far. Embodiment, like the word already hints to, refers to the process of being fully present and aware of your body. Number 2, embodiment practices include activities like mindful movement, meditation, breath work, and other techniques that help you become more attuned with your bodily sensations. Number 3, it is often used in a therapeutic or spiritual context to enhance self-awareness and your well-being. And because it helped me so much on my own journey, I actually developed a holistic self-care program that includes embodiment practices, various techniques that help you move stagnant energy out of your vessel, out of your temple, out of your body, your whole energy system, to get you back into flow. And I call it the magnetic flow experience. So in the midst of your dark night of the soul, where emotional turmoil and existential questioning weigh heavy, the magnetic flow experience offers you a structured path toward transformation, toward liberation, towards more alignment. It's a whole new way of exploring your depths. We go beyond conventional strategies. Now, I know not everybody is interested, but if you're serious, curious, and ready for a hands-on practical learning experience rather than a lecture-based blah blah YouTube video, then this might be something for you, but you have to act on it. So how do we get in touch? You just click the link below this video, you schedule a free call, you book a date that is convenient for you, you fill out a little questionnaire so that I know what the situation is. And then we hop on a Zoom call and we see if we're a great match. And if not, we just had an interesting chat, and that's fine too. It's that easy. Change and transformation can happen in an instant, just like that. But to have it anchored and solidified takes practice and repetition. Otherwise, yeah, you might have a little success story here and there, but you might just fall back into old, habitual, maybe toxic behaviors. And yes, I know what I'm talking about here as well. We've all been there. So practice is important, devotion, discipline. And these are words that weigh so heavy, but actually discipline offers freedom. Okay, now to conclude this whole video, let me share 5 tips with you that get you out of the dark night of the soul. So these are some key aspects, which we also explore in the magnetic flow experience, just so you know. Number 1, creative self-expression. Engage in cathartic, creative outlets that allow you to process, to release. Tip number 2, holistic self-care. Prioritize your physical and mental well-being through a variety of spiritual practices. Tip number 3, structured self-reflection. Utilize journaling, meditation, and mindfulness practices to explore your beliefs, your values, and your life goals. Tip number 4, guided meditation. When you practice those techniques, they calm the mind and they offer you new insight, which is so important in those challenging times. And Tip number 5, mentorship. Seek emotional support, be it from friends, be it from family. Sometimes they can't help you because they don't have the tools that help you regulate your nervous system or that challenge a new belief system. So seek professional support. Seek people who can guide you and who have a certain distance maybe also to your story, because they will assist you. They will help you to navigate and to embrace the challenges you face. Now you know exactly how to overcome the dark night of the soul, what it actually is. You know how to face these challenging times and how to reconnect with yourself in a much deeper way. So if you're struggling, if you feel powerless or even disconnected, you now know there's a way out of this. And there is a path that not only guides you through and out of the darkness, but also empowers you to emerge stronger, wiser, and more aligned with your authentic self. The Magnetic Flow experience is not just any program, it's a tailored guide to liberation that enables you to get the shift you want and to sustain it. Don't be too proud, just reach out, click the link below. And if you liked the video, please let me know what of everything that was shared today helped you out the most. Share it in the comments. Like and subscribe, stay connected to soul, and begin again.